ABF Vision. Recorded live at Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. CommBank SmallBiz Week 2024.
Hello and welcome to the CommBank Biz Week for 2024. We're fortunate to be in the company of Nicola Godfrey, who is the head of SME sales at Bark.com. Tell us a little bit about Bark.com. How did that name arrive?
Thanks, Vivian. It's an interesting story. So Bark, we're a professional services marketplace primarily. So we work with businesses as a lead generation tool to help them to scale and grow their business. So take an accountant, for example. So we are looking to grow, take on more clients. We basically provide them with access to customers immediately and really high qualified. So the name, it's a funny one. We're actually headquartered in London. Our founder about 10 years ago actually came up with the idea of helping businesses to find customers through. It originally started with dog walking.
I was just going to say, were there dogs involved?
It had to be
really?
a dog.
Yeah.
So
the wolfies. Yeah.
I think he basically started working around people that were providing dog walking services, and it was almost, I think the bark was a call to action. Come, we've got customers for you. So that's how the name originated, I believe. But we've obviously morphed into a much more than just dog walking services over the last 10 years, and it's been really
stuck.
Great.
There's been little wolfies in there.
It has. We get questions about it all the time. So
I love that. So look, obviously, it's no secret that the economy has put a lot of pressure on small businesses. Tell us a little bit about a particular case study, for example, that you have had people approach you and how the whole process would work for lead generation.
Yeah, I think lead generation and Bark specifically, we know that small businesses are the lifeblood of the economy, not just in Australia, but globally as well. So I think being able to help businesses take that first step into the marketing world, how is the best to create a strategy, what is your ideal customer or client profile, and helping to be really synergized with how you're actually going to target that person. So lead generation is a really great tool that when you are dipping your toes in, it's a great way to be cost controlled. You've got an ability to really interact with your right customer that's coming through, be super targeted. So I think the big thing that we're seeing now is small business can come to us and say, look, I'm wanting to grow my business. I'm wanting to look into what marketing is going to be best for me. And it's around helping them take it to that next stage of their life cycle and really helping them to find what is that perfect customer to their business.
Let's take a media agency, for example. They're wanting to create more inquiry. Talk us through how that actually works. Do you get into the DNA of the business, and then if the leads are coming through, do you help them nurture that whole process to convert? Is that how it works?
Definitely. So I think our biggest sort of our value add to businesses is that, one, you can have access to your ideal client immediately. We've got a really good, healthy basis. We do a lot of marketing ourselves to generate this demand, but we've got to understand the businesses that we're working for and providing those clients. So what makes them tick? Exactly what is their ideal client, but also what is their value proposition to those customers that are coming through Bark as well. So we align that with our platform as well. So you've got the ability to really hone in on what is what you're looking for, and we gather quite a lot of information giving that lead out to our network, because realistically that pre-qualification process and getting all of that viable information is going to be crucial to how those leads convert, right? So it's giving businesses like your agency things around what is the spend, or what industry do they work in, so that they know that lead is going to be really, really relevant to their business and it's going to convert really well.
So is it outbound calling? Is it emails? Like how does it work?
A big component for us in working with businesses is how to approach sales in the most effective way. So, Bark prides themselves on being able to provide really high quality leads and in real time. So it's about educating the small business sort of economy and market on what is the best way to reach out to these leads. I think, so much about sales is evolving. We're using, leveraging AI and all those sorts of things. But I think going back to the fundamentals, giving someone a call, actually having a really conversation around what their needs and requirements are is absolutely crucial. So, and being able to capitalize on what is a hot lead. So doing that in a really timely fashion, we see a lot of the professionals and businesses that we work with see the best success because they're really capitalising on that.
And so what are some of the more successful, you don't have to mention names obviously, but are there more successful categories, or could you give me a case study of someone that has come to you maybe almost on the brink of folding, and then you have been able to help save their business?
Yeah, definitely. And look, I think we have over 1,500 categories. So everything from B2C to B, as I said, from the dog walker to an accountant. But we are particularly strong in our professional services. So you're like across your digital, your financial services, across anything. We do a lot of work from a consumer side as well. But I think our big strength is networking and building those professional service relationships. We also have, whilst a large portion of our audience on our platform is small to medium-sized businesses that are, as I said, sort of taking that first step in marketing. We actually have a really well-established and experienced enterprise team as well. So we work with a number of large corporates across Australia, which we have really helped to grow and take it to that next stage. So it's businesses that are not only dipping their toes in, but actually looking to expand their marketing mix. They're wanting to reduce their acquisition costs and things like that. So we've worked with some big partners like GoDaddy. We have a long-standing relationship with Cluey Learning is a leading provider of e-learning. We're working with a business right now called EPOS now, which is a FPOS solution. So that team, as well as our small to medium-sized team, are really working on establishing those larger enterprise relationships as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Is it a subscription-based model, or how does it actually work from the payments system point of view?
A very good question. It's probably the most common question as a sales professional that I do get asked. How does it all work? So we are a subscription model, and I think that's one of our key benefits as a provider of lead generation services. Look, there are a number of different ways that you can monetize marketing or lead generation, but the key component for Bark is that it is purely on a cost per lead model, what we call. So you're basically only paying for that valuable interaction.
Okay.
It's a great way to be able to really control that spend, to accurately track your success and the overall return on investment that you are doing through platforms and through strategies like this. So it really, look, we have different ways that we can work with businesses that are at varying levels of their life cycle and how they're wanting to scale, but it's a great way to just sort of keep those interactions and only pay for who you're actually connecting with.
Well, it sounds incredibly relevant in this economic time. So if people want to come and get in touch with yourself, what's the best way for them to contact you? Yeah,
look, we obviously have an established team here in Melbourne. So we're always available. Look, we've got our website at www.bark.com.au. We also have a head office team, so we're all available on LinkedIn and things like that. But we're also down here in Stall 37, so we've got a team working over the next couple of days, which is great. Really expanding our presence here. So we encourage as many businesses, and we love those connections as well.
Well, great. Well, thanks for your support for the CommBank Biz Week this year. We look forward to seeing you again in 2025.
Thanks
for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.